ongoing financial literacy series. Tonight is class 6 and we'll be talking about goal setting. My name is Mary Higgins and I am a Girl Experience Facilitator here at Girl Scouts of Central California South. And let's go ahead and get started talking about the 5 skills that our Girl Scouts learn through our product programs. Goal setting being the first. So goal setting is the central component, then on to money management, and then to people skills, and rounding out with our business ethics. Why would you need to set a goal? So setting goals is the first step of successful goal achievement. It marks your first point toward your success. It's when you switch from a passive state to being involved in life. It helps you get maximum results for your efforts and creates laser focus and accountability for your project. Setting a goal sets you up to reach your highest potential, whether that's in school, at work, and in life. So what goals would you like to reach? What problems do you see that you'd like to address? What can you use for a take action project? Do you need to raise money to go to summer camp? Do you need to raise funds for one of the Girl Scouts' highest awards projects, your bronze, your silver, or your gold award? Does your troop want to save up for several years to take a trip to one of the Girl Scout World Centers in another country? You can set your goals to as high as you want to reach. But how do you reach your goals? So there's a really good video out there on TED Talks. TED Talks is a series of videos you can find online that give you information about all sorts of things. And John Doerr shares Andy Grove's system for success in the TED Talks of why the secret to success is setting the right goals. And Andy Grove's system is called Objectives and Key Results, or OKRs. So to best accomplish your goals, it's necessary to define what you want to accomplish, which would be your objectives, and what success looks like for these tasks, which are your key results. You have to know what you want to do and what it looks like when you've done it successfully. And as long as you can get those things defined, that gets you started out where the little man is holding the key and gets you across that bridge from your objectives. And once you get there, you have your key results. So what are the steps to defining a goal? Well, first you need to look at, is this going to be a short-term goal or a long-term goal? Is this something that you're going to accomplish in a few days or a few weeks? Or is this something that you need to plan out over months or even years? The next thing you want to do in your goal is to break it down into steps. What would be the first step? What would be the second step? What would be the third step? Say that your goal was to take your Girl Scout troop on a trip to our chalet lodge in Switzerland. The first step to that goal may be figuring out how much a trip like that would cost. And then you would figure out, what is your goal? How much money do you want to raise to take that trip? Then you'd have to figure out, how are you going to raise that money? And on and on. How are you going to get your passport set up? Which airlines you're going to take? Are you going to use a tour company? You need to break down that whole plan into several steps of how you're going to accomplish that. The best way to do this is to be specific. Make those steps very clear as to what you're going to accomplish in your goal. And then go ahead and plan for potential obstacles, because almost nobody ever has a plan that goes absolutely according to plan with no road bumps. The best thing to do is to look ahead and say, okay, well, this might happen. What would we do if the car breaks down on the way to the airport? What is our backup plan? What would we do if somebody gets sick while we're traveling? Who are we going to set up as our contact at home to reach out to the parents and let them know how we're doing? You have to set up those potential obstacles and how you're going to address them in your goal setting and your plan. So for mapping out the plan, like I said, to make a plan is like making a map. You can see where you start and where you want to finish. You investigate the different routes to take to the destination, and you set targets to measure your progress. Goal setting teaches resilience and proves that failure is just a learning opportunity to make a change and keep heading to the finish line. So goal setting is just the first of our 5 skills that Girl Scouts learn in our program. And the next step will be next Tuesday, September 8th, 2020 at 6 p.m. And we'll talk about decision making, how your decisions help you map out your route to success. Thank you for joining us this evening for our Girl Scouts of Central California South Financial Literacy Series. And remember to go out there and make the world a better place. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.